Okay, family, listen. Pastor Jamal here, Rising Ground Church. The secret to change is conscious or subconscious development. We change our consciousness, our subconscious, into the likeness of Christ. This is only done, or I should say, the way that we understand it, or the way that we're used to this happening, is by, we read the word, we read scripture, we put in us things that are of the mind of God. You don't even have to be a Christian to do this. The world just talks about this. Repetition, practice, all of these things impresses your consciousness or your subconsciousness to the degree that you change into what you're ingesting. Faith comes by hearing. It's the same thing. Now, this is the issue we have. Most people don't spend enough time with God or understanding God in the way that will create this kind of change over time. We've taken so much time, and it's like it's not working. So when we talk about here at Rising Ground Church, we talk about the divine flow. The divine flow is surrendering to God's invisible current that takes you successfully into the place that changes you by default. So by default, divine flow changes you into that thing. Divine flow impresses your subconscious by default. So you don't feel like you're practicing. So you don't feel the redundancy of schoolwork per se. I didn't like school. You know what I mean? I hated studying. I hated all that stuff. But not hated, but anyway, divine flow, when surrendered to God's invisible current that takes you successfully into the place where you thrive, by default, impresses and changes your subconscious. So you get to God, you get to Christ, and you become that thing because you've surrendered to the system of the divine flow that gets you there by default. Man, I hope it made sense. If it don't, just get at me. Talk to you. Peace.